Well, guess what? I'm not gracious. I'm not ready to be gracious. I am not ready. I said today I got a lot of FUs to get out. And all of you people, I'm not gracious like Trump. We're going to come after you. We're going to call you out. You lie, you steal, you cheat, you cause fear, you cause all kinds of chaos, and now you want us to somehow take your sob stories as if you're on our side. Get the fuck out.
I just say, Rev, really quickly, too. Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men, things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States. You know, the Democratic Party, I've always found when you're sitting around talking, they love to just sort of balkanize everybody into these separate groups and say, oh, white people don't like women and black people. No, it is time for the Democrats to say, okay, and you and I have talked about this before, a lot of Hispanic voters have problems with black candidates.
Right.
A lot
and
of,
with other Hispanics. You got some that don't like each other. And some of the most misogynist things I've heard going on this Get Out the Vote tour came from black men. I mean, misogynist things. So you're absolutely right. It's not simplistic. And we've got to have real honest conversations about it.
Real honest conversations.
Nicole,
what are they still? One, they don't get it, and they don't get it bigly, right? But here's the problem. They don't like you doesn't make them misogynist. It just means they don't like you. You know, we talk to voters during the primary season, the run up to the election, on the day of the election and after the election. And over again, what you heard from these quote unquote underperforming portions of the electorate is, I don't like her, right? I don't trust her. I don't like her. And it's okay not to like a candidate. The thing that the Democrats do is they put everybody in these little piles based on your race, your gender, your educational level, where you live in the nation. They do these little piles of people, and then they assign you who you're supposed to like. Well, you're black and she's black, so automatically you should be black together and you should be good. Well, you were born from a black woman, so you should like black women. And black dudes are like, well, wait a minute. I just don't like her. I don't like her vibe. I don't like the way she comes across. I definitely don't like the way that she starts cackling at people. She looks kind of mean, and I don't want that in my president. It has nothing to do with misogyny. It has nothing to do with skin color, race relations. She's just not likable.
Yeah. Well, what the hell was he talking about? I mean, he put everything in the pot. First of all, Mika looks like a witch in waiting. I mean, with that daggone I mean, she looked like, and he looked like maybe he could be the wizard on Harry Potter or an older version. I don't know. They got a lot of stuff going on there.
They were up all night. They were up all night.
First is the thing, their polls lied to them again. Oh, okay, maybe they didn't lie. They were still sorely mistaken, okay? They underestimated Trump again, oversampled their own people, and they thought they had a win. Okay, maybe the margins were a little bit closer than 2020. Okay, fine. That's one thing. They relied heavily on these polls. They misjudged their own campaigning. Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, J-Lo, Oprah, the big O. You know, all of this demagoguing that they were doing, coming out there literally chastising adults, black people in particular, telling them to get back where they belong, stay in your lane, all that stuff. No, you don't do that to adults. That's number one. They're not kindergartners. You all messed up. You all misjudged. Not only that, you still have not acknowledged all of the crap that you've been putting this man and his administration through. From his first administration, already when he was nominated president-elect, you came the next day, they started this whole Russiagate. He was gracious. He didn't lock her up. You know, he was giving, you know, what do you call it? The leaf or whatever, right? Yeah. Giving the leaf, the whatever. Right, giving them the leaf and being gracious. Well, guess what? I'm not gracious. I'm not ready to be gracious. I I am not ready. I said today I got a lot of FUs to get out. And all of you religious folk, all of you people, I'm not gracious like Trump. We're going to come after you. We're going to call you out. You lie, you steal, you cheat, you cause fear, you cause all kinds of chaos, and now you want us to somehow take your sob stories as if you're on our side. Get the fuck out of here. That's my FU, the first one for the night.
I want to say, Shelley is right. Shelley is right.
Absolutely right.
One reason why the polls were off, and the biggest loser, in my opinion, of this entire election season is legacy media. Mm-hmm. They have failed us miserably. They failed us because they did not do any type of investigation. They did not press Kamala Harris like she should have, or at least fairly, the way they had pressed Trump and Vance. And because of that, people were fearful to say that they were voting for Trump, voting for Vance. People were fearful to say that they were conservative. People were fearful to even wear their MAGA hats and things out and about.
Exactly.
So you're not
People were assaulted.
You're not going to get an honest feedback or reaction because they have demonized us on the right so much.
Exactly.
So that's what we have going on.
You made a good point. They caused so much fear that they had their people thinking that it was our side that was causing all of the crime. And no, we were not. Like you said, people couldn't even go anywhere wearing the opposition, quote unquote, gear. If you had stuff on your lawn, you got lunatics coming up your path, knocking on your door, telling you to take down Trump signs or Vance signs. Who the F do you think you are? No, we're not gracious. At least I'm not. Not today. Not today, and maybe not the rest of the damn year. Forget all of y'all. You are frauds. You don't do us any good. I want you, if you want to leave, cry, whatever, cry me a freaking river. I don't give a damn, because until you all take responsibility, just like we would have to, if we had laws, yes, we would be upset, whatever, but we still wouldn't be causing no crime. We would be looking back, self-reflecting where we did wrong. Yeah, we might have some blame games, whatever, but we would not be throwing all this crap at you all saying it's your fault. Now we would say, yeah, look what you all caused, look what we're gonna get. But guess what? We still would take responsibility. So here's my second one. F you tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know how many FUs you got.
I don't know either.
But my goodness. You know, I think for me, the biggest loser, I agree with you, KJ, is the media. But the biggest winner in that is also the American public. Right. You know, a lot of black men that we talked to said that they were going to vote for Donald Trump. But when they talk to another pollster, oh yeah, I'll vote for Kamala, black girl. You know, they got into that voting booth and did exactly what we talked about on this show before. When you're not voting booth, it's on you. You're voting your conscience, and no one else has to know. When they talked last night, when it was abundantly clear that the race had kind of slipped through her fingers, all of a sudden, Joy Reid goes, "It's the white women."
Oh, we have that. We have that clip before. Guys, if you are in a blue state or a blue area and your area voted for Trump, hit that like button, please. We got to get these likes up. Hit the likes button. Take a look here. This is clip 4.
And we begin our final sprint, having arrived at that point in the election season where basically we on this side of the TV screen have said all we can. We've laid out the stakes in this crucial election, where one side stands for freedom while the other meets the textbook definition of fascism, namely a far-right dictatorial regime like Hitler's Germany or Franco's Spain or Mussolini's Italy, but also white-ruled South Africa before Mandela and the black majority took control, or Vladimir Putin's Russia, Viktor Orban's Hungary, or Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela today, that suppresses the rights of women and minorities, uses the military to execute the whims of a strongman dictator, and controls and suppresses the press, education, the arts, rewrites history to suit a favored and dominant racial class, and foments extravagant corruption in order to enrich the dictator and his friends.
Wow.
The thing about how disingenuous this woman is, how she gets through some of the things she says with a straight face is funny to me. But hear me, Joy Reid. This is going to be Trump's America, and all of us are going to benefit from it. Even you, especially you. you're going to benefit from it. Eventually, someone's going to knock on your door at MSNBC and tell you that you're no longer considered news, you're just simply entertainment. If you're not going to report the facts, we're going to need you to check the entertainment box. This woman hasn't reported a fact in so long. Oh my gosh. And all of the prepared pictures lined up of Mussolini, Hitler, and everybody, all of these men who've done horrible things. If Trump was who you said you were, who you said he is, your black ass wouldn't be on TV right now.
Exactly.
Right? If he was such a race baiter, there wouldn't be one black reporter on anything. There wouldn't be one woman who works outside of the home. None of that. They haven't paid any attention to what he's saying and what we've said by winning this election. And this is why they'll continue to lose. They've not learned the lesson.
No.
They've not learned the lesson.
Deb, I want to get you in on this, Shelley, but I mean, this BS has been wholly rejected by the American people. We got a trifecta yesterday. I mean, it was a mandate. People have wholly rejected their social justice, their DEI, their sexualization of our children, their this trans movement. All of it has been rejected, woman. Shelley.
And not by a little bit, by a lot.
Yes.
Right. By
I
a lot.
got 3 words for Joy Reid. F Joy Reid. Okay.
She dropping
She
it. Let's
got
go.
all these pictures. Something is wrong with her.
Yeah.
No, and I mean that. I mean that in the best sense of the word. So RFK Jr., when you working on taking down the FDA, dismantling and all that, please, we still need the Psychiatric Association for a reason. Because we need more psychiatric facilities, and these people need medications. Something is wrong with Joy Reid, but I still say F her. She doesn't know freedom from what the lady say, the first lunatic, they're gonna put her back in chains, she's gonna be a slave. She doesn't know freedom.
No, she said, I'm gonna wake up a slave, right? Yeah.
She doesn't know freedom. I mean, if it slapped her in the face, okay? These people, again, the demagoguery, they haven't learned. That's why I'm not being gracious. They have not learned. They're not going to learn because all they see, they're seething with anger and hate and lies. They are the people who want to keep us in chains, if you will. These people have zero interest or best interest for most of the American people. Joy Reid will not be, if she gets fired tomorrow or whatever, she's not going to be affected. Joy Reid lives in a glass bubble in a sense, whatever. Nothing's going to affect her. F you, Joy. Joy comes in the morning, but damn it, you are angry. You are the epitome of the angry black woman. Not only that, you are ignorant, you demagogue. All those daggone monsters you showed have zero to do with Donald J. Trump or the American people. Or didn't you just learn the lesson? Only about, a week ago, we were garbage, and then we were deplorable, we were irredeemable, we misogynist, all that stuff. It doesn't work. People in America, Americans know the real deal. Real knows real. And Donald J. Trump is certainly that. You're just going to have to be F yourself. Just go ahead.
I want to talk about the numbers here because you heard Joy talk about, she was blaming white people. And also today they're blaming the other, if the left, the Democrats, when something goes wrong, they find the nearest white man to blame, and it's Biden right now. Now they're putting it on Biden. We're going to get into that. But it wasn't the case. So she said it was white women. Harris underperformed with people of color. So according to the Daily Mail, while Harris made some gains with white women who went to college, that advantage was wiped out by voters of color, both with and without a college degree, who moved further toward Trump than they had with Hillary Clinton or President Joe Biden. Voters of color with college degrees voted for Harris by 35 percentage points, down from 43 for Biden in 2020 and plus 50 for Clinton in 2016. The drop in support from voters of color without a degree was even higher, with Harris still winning their support by 32 percentage points, down plus 46 for Biden and plus 56 for Clinton. She lost a large portion, or she didn't carry as large a portion as previous Democrats have done.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't white women. She lost in pretty much every category that Democrats generally win on.
There's a lot to the reasons why she lost that particular demographic, but mostly, and I'm going to keep harping on this, it's hard to like her.
Yes, it is.
She's not cordial. She's not warm. She's not funny. None of that.
It's all manufactured.
Everything that she has done is staged. She staged a door knock, and then yesterday she's supposed to be on the phone with a voter, but she had her photo app open on her phone.
How you doing? Have you voted already?
Give me a second.
You did? Thank you. Thank you so very much. You know, it's so important that everybody participates, and I thank you, because I'm sure you got a lot of other things you could be doing. Taking the time to vote really does make a difference. So thank you for that. And you enjoy your day, okay?
You know, everything is so contrived and so fake. Now, I think from a political standpoint, if she would have shown America who she really is, whether she's the dingiest person you've ever met or a person who's just been grossly misinterpreted, had she been her authentic self, that would have come through. Even people who say, well, you know, I don't really like the things that Donald Trump says. Sometimes I don't like the way he behaves, but that's who he is. You know, when you see him behind the stage at his rallies and they're playing one of his songs, YMCA, he really likes that song.
Yeah, he does.
But, you know, when you see him dancing, that's legitimately how that man dances. He has nothing to hide personality-wise. Nothing to hide. She, on the other hand, much fake things happen to her.
She doesn't know who she is, and whoever she is, maybe she's not comfortable with herself, whatever. So all of these contrivances, Wisconsin, Georgia, I think you mentioned Georgia, all these places, the black vote, if you will, came through for Trump. His numbers have increased. Granted, they might still have the majority, but they have a less grip. That is a beautiful thing. You know, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Remember that old commercial? The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Well, these black people, Latino voters, they said enough is enough. Guess what? They want economic stability and economic vibrance as well. They want the borders closed. They want their children to have good education. They want jobs. They want safety in their neighborhoods as much as possible. So that's just called being normal, okay? Not hearing all this joy comes in the morning and you know, aspirations and dreams and ambitions. Hell, if you can't keep your family safe and you can't work and you can't pay your bills, what damn dreams are? They're nightmares.